ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेशतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavata, Canto 10, Chapter 8, verse number 8. So we have read that Gargacharya, he came to Vraj on the request of Vasudeva, and Nanda Maharaj received him very respectfully, and then he asked him that he should perform the name giving ceremony for Krishna and Balaram. So Garga Rishi said that I am well known as the Acharya of Yadus, and if I do this, then people will come to know that this boy is Vasudev's son. So that's what we read. So then in the next he says, Kamsaha papamati sakhyam tava chanaka dundhubehe देवक्याष्टमो गर्भो न स्त्री भवितुमर्हति इति संचित्यन् श्रुत्वा देवक्यादारिका वचः api hanta gata shanka starhi tatron tannonyo bhavet. So he says that Kamsa is Papamati, he is a very sinful person, and you are friend of Anak Dundubhi or Vasudev. So he will understand that this boy is his son and not your son. Why? Because Devakya Ashtamo Garbho Nastri Bhavitum Arhati, that it is not proper that Devaki's 8th child would be a girl, because it was already predicted that 8th son of Devaki will kill Kamsa, and then it happened to be a girl. So it says that this is certainly not fitting, there is some problem there. So iti sanchintyan srutva devakya darika vachaha. So he will think, he will consider all these things, that Devaki's 8th son was supposed to kill me, and then the girl came and girl said that your killer has taken birth, and Nand Maharaj is friend of Vasudev. So he will put these things together and he will come to know that Krishna, or this child who is not named yet, is actually his son. So then what he will do? Api hanta gatashanka. So he will doubt, he will become sure that this is his killer. Hanta gatashanka. And then what he will say is tanno aniyo bhavet. So then for us it will not be proper, because he is going to take action on that. So it will become anyaya. It will be not proper behavior on our part. So this is what Sri Garga Muni spoke to Nanda Maharaj. So sarvatah sarvasyam. So sarvata in the previous sloka number 7, although we have the reading sarvada, but looks like another reading is sarvata. So it means sarvasyam because it's speaking about the earth, so feminine gender. Manyate manshyate, and manyate means he will think instead of think. Nanu etavat ko anusandhasyate tatra hai Kamsa. So then if someone says that who is going to think like this, who will having all this consideration, so then he says Kamsa. That is Kamsa who will think like that. Why? Tadapi tvai tu brahmavadini sopi na droham acharishyati iti ched. So then he says, well, you are a Brahmana, so he is not going to trouble you. So what is the problem? So he says, no, he is Papamati, he has no such considerations. Madrishan jigham satya vaiti bhava, that he will even kill me, because he is not bothered about this sin or that sin. His interest is to protect himself. Kincha tavapi avasyam apkarishyati eva ityaha sakhyamiti. And not only that he will harm me or kill me, but he will also harm you. He is not going to spare you also, because you are also colluding with Vasudev. Means he will know that you know this, that this is the boy, this is Vasudev's son, and you have given your daughter to him, and you are protecting his son. So he will not leave you. Vasudeva drohinaha kamsasya Vasudev sakhe tvayi api droha sambhavat. So he hates Vasudev and you are his friend. So his hatred will also be towards you definitely. So enemy's friend is also enemy, and enemy's friend. Tatrevam kuyuktim sakshati ityah devakya. So how he is going to do this? He says he will have this kuyukti, or some sinful thinking or sinful plan, and that he says devakya. Devaki darika vachaha shrutva ashtmo garbho na stri bhavitum arhati iti chintayan iti anvaya. That after hearing the statement of the word of Devaki, which he has not forgotten, so then he will know that the 8th child of Devaki cannot be a girl, has to be a boy, and therefore he will make all this guesswork. Mat chatrur vishnureva devakya garbha jata eva. So my enemy, who is Vishnu, he has taken birth from Devaki. Kintu vasudeva shikshaya tasya sakhyur nandasya grihe pravishta iti. But by the instruction of Nanda, he has come to the house of Nanda. By the instruction of Vasudev Shikshaya. So Vasudev told him that it is better you don't stay here, you go and be at Nanda's place, who is my friend, Sakyu. So Devaki Darika Vachahaiti Madishta Devi Durga Eva Devaki Darika Rupa Bhutva Yatra Kochit Jata Iti Padena Devakyamapi Janma Sambhavya Vishnu Nishedha Shankaya Eva Mam Spashtam Anuktva Tam Anvishya Sigram Jahiti Mam Abhivyanjyamasa Iti Chintin. So this is how he is going to think. So Kamsa is a worshipper of Devi, so he cannot find fault with her. So he is saying that how Devi is actually trying to protect him. But Devi also cannot go against Vishnu. So she spoke in an indirect manner. Did not make the thing clearly, but she has already hinted to me that what you should do. This is what he is saying. So he says, Devaki Darika Vachaiti Madishta Devi Durga Eva. So my Ishta Devi, my worshipable deity, is Durga, and she took birth from Devaki. Devakyamapi Janma Sambhavya. But Vishnu Nisheda Sankhya Eva Mam Spashtam Anuktva. But fearing or doubting that Vishnu would not like it, so she did not speak this openly to me, but she made it clear. She hinted it. So what she said was Yatra Kvachit Jataha. So Madishta Devi Durga Eva Devaki Darika Rupa Bhutva. So becoming the daughter of Devaki, she has spoken like that your killer has taken birth somewhere. So Mam Spashtam Anuktva Tam Anvishya Sigram Jahiti Mam. So she has indirectly instructed me that you search for him and kill him. See, this is how the mind works. When you like somebody, then you don't see fault in that person. When you hate someone, then everything is wrong in that person. So now she is saying that Devi, the daughter of Devaki, is actually Durga, and she has already hinted to me that I should search for Krishna and kill him. And therefore otherwise what was the need for her to say this? She could have just disappeared or laughed at me and left. So why did she think or speak such words that he has taken birth? So she didn't want to say it clearly. So tadanveshne pravrittau mannamkarana lingene agata nandagrihe vasudeva suto asti iti ashanka yasya tatha bhutasya nagatya yadi hanta hanushyati tarhi no asmakam mahan anaya. So then he, on the basis of the statement of the Devi, he is going to search for the son of Vasudeva. And then when he comes to know that I have done the name giving ceremony to the son of Nanda, then he will understand that this is the boy. And then he will come and kill him. So now if he kills him, then it will be Mahan Anaya. It will be a great sin or wrong action on our part. Basically, Naya means proper action. So therefore, what he is telling him is that we should not do his name giving ceremony openly. We have to do it secretly so that nobody comes to know about it. So yadi iti api iti cha patha. So in some places is yadi. Here we already have api. So api also means here yadi. That if he kills, then that will be highly improper. So we should not invite him to do that. So then Nanda Maharaj, when he heard this, he agreed to that. So Nanda Uvacha Alakshito asmin rahasi mam kairapi go vraje kuru dvijati samskaram swasti vachana purvakam. So he says, okay, instead of doing the samskara in my house, you just do it here in a secret place where Nanda Maharaj was in the Goshtha, in the cow shed. And he says that even my people should not know. So in the morning, all the cowherd men, they go to the forest with the cows. So he says, now everybody is gone because they leave early. So there is nobody here. So you just do it here. And nobody will know. Right? In one corner of the cow shed. Cow shed is also a good place for performing spiritual activity. Hari Bhakti Vilas says that doing this what is it called? Not Prashchitta, but this Anushthan done for Japa is you do it on the bank of river, holy place or cow shed. So he says, therefore he says, Kuru Dvijati Samskaram. So this is the samskara for Dvijati, and it's do it just by Swasti Vachan Purvaka. So there has to be done big yajna for that. So what are we going to do for that? So he says that there is no need of doing yajna. Just do Swasti Vachana. Just chant this Punyaha, Swasti. This is necessary to be chanted. So just do that much. And there is no need of doing any big yajna, because if I do yajna here, then people will come to know. But if you sit and chant some mantras, then maybe some Brahmana has come. Brahmana has come to the house of Grihastha, chant some mantras, take some dakshina, go away. So that was his proposal. So bhagyavashadeva madgriha griham ayatam idrisham acharya kada punaraham lapse. So Nanda Maharaj was thinking that by some good fortune, this great sage Gargacharya has come to my house. When will I get such an opportunity again? So I should not lose it. Just because Kamsa can come to know, so we should find a solution. And we should do it secretly. Tasmad Vaditra Adi Utsava Anga Dinantre Savistaram Karishye Samprata Madhya Kevalam Shastriyam Avashakam Krityam Eva Etadvara Karyam Iti Mansi Vibhavya. So he says that all this music, singing, inviting people, feeding them, this I can do later on some other pretext. After all I have to do, then I don't have to tell them that this is for giving name. And now it is important that whatever is the ritual to be done as per Shastra, that should be performed. So we should not avoid that. So Samprata Madhya Kevalam Shastriyam Avashakam Krityam. So whatever is most important, that I must get it done through him. Because where will I get such a qualified person? Remember he said earlier that he knows Vedas, he also knows Jyotish. Otherwise there are people who can chant mantra, they don't know Jyotish. There are people who know Jyotish, they cannot chant mantra. So therefore he says, I will not lose this opportunity. Thinking like this, then he speaks this verse, Alakshita iti. Mamakair bhratriyadibhirapi gobraja iti sthan samskare api napeksha. So my people means my brothers, etc., they will also not know, because they have all gone out now with the cows. This is a tradition. Cowherd people, they wake up quite early. They milk and then take the cows. By the time the sun is rising, they are already gone. And since this is a Govraja, this is the cow shed, so you don't need any samskara. It's pure place. Cow shed is very pure place. So therefore it says sthan samskara api napeksha. Samskara api napeksha. So you don't need to purify this place also. If you are going to do elsewhere, then you have to clean that place. Throw some Yamuna water. So here there is no need of that. Rahasi iti dine sapalanam gamam vane gamnat. And I will do it in secret because the cowherd people have gone with the cows into the forest. Both of them. द्विजाति संस्कारम बाली और अनि और क्षत्र वैश्य अनुरूपम नामकरण लक्षणम पुण्याः स्वस्ति रिद्धि स्त्री स्त्री रुक्त्या स्वस्ति वाचनम भवेत् तस्य सर्वकर्मस्य आवश्यकत्वात्. So now he says that he has to perform dvijati samskar. So dvijati means two jatis. So he has to perform samskara of Balaram as a Kshatriya, and he has to perform samskara of Krishna as Vaishya. So Krishna is a Gopala. So his Namkaran, his name giving ceremony was performed as per the rules of a cowherd and not as a Kshatriya. So this has to be known, because it is written here, Kuru Dvijati Samskaram. So both have to be performed. So Dvijati Samskaram Baliyor Aniyor Kshatriya Vaishya Anurupam. So what is appropriate according to the child of a Kshatriya and a Vaishya? Namkarana Lakshanam. And Punya Swasti Vachan Purvakam. So it says Punyaha Swasti Riddhi. So Tri Uktya. So just chant these three mantras. Punyaha Vachan, Swasti Vachan and Riddhi Vachan three times. Because this is compulsory for any act. So this is what is called Swasti Vachan. Tasya Sarva Karma Karmasi Avashakatvat Tatpurvakam. So it is necessary. What is this? Should be Karmani, right? We have Karmani? That's why I'm wondering what is this Karmasya. Here it says Karmasya. It says how it became Sya. Cannot be Shashti. Tritiya Saptami. Okay. So this is necessary in every karma. So it must be performed. Even if you cannot do anything else, at least this much should be done. Well, karmasya there is no word. Karma is karmani. It's a neuter gender. Sashti is karmana, not karmasya. So it cannot be. So it's karmani and avashakat. So karmanya avashakatvat. So mistake. Somebody who copied, he thought karmasya is. Right?
I have karma su. I mean karma avashakatva.
Karma su.
I mean, with the sandhi, breaking the sandhi, it would be karma su avashakatva.
Then it will be va. Karmasva.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Then there is more mistake. Yeah, actually karmasu makes more sense. Plural. Sarva karma. Shri Shuka uvacha. Evam samprarthito vipraha स्वचिकीर्षितमेव तत् चकार नाम कर्णम गूढ़ो रहसि बालयोः. So now Sri Sukdev said that evam samprarthito vipra, when that Vipra Gargacharya was requested like this by Nanda Maharaj, swachikirshitamev tat, this was also his wish. This is why he had come there. He did not come just like that. He came with a plan. So, my only thing is that he did not want to do it open like a big festival. So therefore, Chakara Namakaranam Gudho Rahasi Balayo. So he performed in a lonely place, secretly, the name giving ceremony for the two kids, Krishna and Balaram. There is no comment on this. So let's see what name he is going to give now. So how his Krishna's name is eternal if he is going to give it? How is it possible? He was nameless. What were they calling him till now?
3 months.
For 3 months, no name. Lala. Chota Lala, Bada Lala. Big Lala and small Lala. They don't even call Lalu, Lala, they say Lallu. So Sri Garga Uvacha, Garga said, so now he is not going into any details, he just gives the name. Ayam hi Rohini Putro Ramiyan Suhrido Gunaihi Akhyāsyate Ramaiti Baladhikyat Balam Viduhu Yadunama Prithak Bhavat Sankarshnam Shanti Api. So first he is giving the name to Balaram because he is senior and he knows this. So somewhere it was described that when it was decided that Nanda Maharaj sent a message because they were not in the cow shed to Yashoda and Rohini that bring the two boys here. We are going to do this ceremony, and a very great astrologer who knows everything has come. So they said, let's see if he can figure it out. So Yashoda had Balram and Rohini had Krishna. And they said, so now let's see if he knows this, because Nanda was praising him very much. So then he says, I am he Rohini Putra. He says, this boy who is in the Yashoda's life, he is Rohini Putra. He is the son of Rohini. So he will be known as Rohini. Ramayan Suhrido Gunai. So he will give pleasure by his qualities to his relatives, friends. Therefore he will be known as Rama. Rama Akhyāsyate. So he will be called as Rama. And Baladhikyat Balam Vidu. And he will also be very powerful. So therefore he will also be known as Bala. So he will be known as Balram, Ram, Baladev. You can put Ram and Bala together, or you can put them separate. And one more name. Yadunama Prithak Bhavat Sankarshanam Ushanti Api. So Yadunam means both the side of Vasudeva and side of Nanda Maharaj. Or among the Yadus, if there is going to be some problem, then he will not make any discrimination. So therefore he will join together. So he will be known as Sankarsana. So this will also be his name. So Yadunam Vasudevadinam, here it says Vasedevadinam instead of Vasu. And Bhavadadinam cha apratak bhavat nirvishesh prittvadi bhavat swasmin ubhay kulasya akarshanat. So he says that Yadunam here refers to the side of Vasudeva and also your side. So he will make no distinction. He will consider also you as father. He will treat you like that, and also Vasudeva, he will treat him as like his father. So Pitritvadi Bhavat, he will have the mood of fatherly relationship with both of you, and therefore by that he will keep both families together. Swasmin ubhyatra kula akarshanat. So both side of family will be attracted to him. You will also like him and he will also like him. So therefore he is sankarshan. Tacha Harivamse, and for this there is a sloka in Harivams Purana. This is also quoted by Jiva Goswami. Krishna Sandarbha. Pratyuvacha tato Rama sarvasthanabhita sthitan yadvesu pisharveshu bhavanto mam vallabha. So this is when Balaram has come to Vraj, and he says that, then he said that among all the Yadavas, you are my most dear. So means he is calling the Vrajvasis as Yadavas. So not only that Vasudeva is Yadava, but Vrajvasis are also known as Yadavas. So that's why he says Yadaveshu api sarveshu bhavanto mama vallabha. All the people here also my vallabha, my dear. Tadvachne naiva vyaktam garbha sankarshanat tu na prakashyati. So he is giving this meaning because he does not want to give the other meaning that he was pulled from Devaki's womb and put into Rohini's womb. He wants to keep that as a secret. And therefore he is giving this explanation of Sankarsana. Because Sankarsana means one who pulls or one who gets pulled, whichever way you want to make samasa. So in the one sloka he gives the name of Balaram, and then in the next sloka he names Krishna. Asan varnastrayo hi asya gृह्णतो nuyugam tanuhu shuklo raktas tathapita idanim krishnatam gataha. So this is an important sloka for Gaudiya Vaishnavas because they try to rest or they invest a lot of power to this pita, the word pita in this verse. Because to prove that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, it is a big, what would you say, burden, responsibility on Gaudiya Vaishnavas. It's not stated clearly anywhere. So they look for whatever they can find support. Now this Pradeep sent me one video, you saw that? Some guy attacking on Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yeah.
So I don't understand much of it, but I can get the drift that he is saying Chaitanya Charitamrita is bogus. And all this is hype. So he says, Asan varnas trayo hi asya gृह्णतो anuyugam tanu. So asya trayo varna asan. That is the first part. That this boy had 3 other varnas, colors. How is that? It says anuyugam tanuhu granata. While accepting forms in each yuga. Anuyuga means pratyuga, each yuga. So in each yuga he had 3 different colors. Which are those colors? Shukla, Rakta, Tatha Pita. So those colors are white, red and yellow. And Idanim Krishnatam Gata. And now he has become blackish. All those colors have become blackish. Because you have a wall, you have one paint, you can put another paint on it. So in the first coat was white, then second coat was red, third coat was yellow, and now the last coat is black. No? Because on black you cannot put any other coat.
That's not the sequence.
No, sequence is okay. First yellow, then white,
Right.
then red, then black. You can take it like that. Of course, yathasankhya manudesa samanam. It will come later. You have to go 1-to-1 correspondence. So first has to be white, then this, then yellow. So this not an easy sloka. Some slokas are not easy. They look very simple. The words are not complicated. There are no complicated samas here. Nothing but not easy to. Okay, you can say, well, Shukla was described white, it is said red. So how the third is yellow? So some people say this is Tatha Pita, it is Apita. Sandhi which not yellow. So why it has to be said not yellow? Why not just give the name of the color? Not yellow is not a color.
Just seeing here in Srinath Chakravarti's commentary, Chaitanya Mata Manjusha, he says Apita Shyama.
So how it became Shyama? That's the problem. So that is to be seen. And then if that is Shyama, then next one is Krishna. It's not easy.
He quotes Bhagavata.
Saying he quotes Bhagavatam, he gives Praman from 11th canto.
Yeah, but where is Shyama is there, but then next is Krishna. So Mahaprabhu is gone. That Shyama you can apply on Krishna, but to whom will you apply the next one? He is saying Idanim Krishna Tamgata. Now he is Krishna. So by that explanation, Krishna is Mahaprabhu. Krishna Varnam Tusa Krishnam Sangha Pangat. So Dvapare Bhagavad Shyama. That is the sloka.
Dvapare Bhagavan Shyama,
Right.
Pita Vasa.
Yeah, Pito, that is Krishna. Dvapar is Krishna. But he says Krishna, Idanim Krishna Tamgata. So you are saying now Shyama and Krishna is together. You understand? There it's clear. They say Shukla, Rakta, Shyama and Krishna Varna. So by that you have Shukla, Rakta and Apita is Shyama and Krishna.
He has Krishna ta.
Yeah. So what is the meaning of Krishnata?
Is it different from Krishna, or is it different from Krishna?
No, Krishna means blackish. Krishnata. Ta is Tva, same. Ta has same meaning as Tva, Krishnatva. No, he is blackish. Now, so if he says Shyam, then Shyam will be greenish. But the Shyam there is of Dvapara. Dvapare Bhagavan Shyam Pitvasa Chaturanga. Right? That is the sloka. That's why I brought the book. Dvapare Bhagavan Shyam Pitvasa Nijayudha. So this is about Krishna. Or you have to apply someone else. That's why I'm saying that this sloka is not easy to understand. It's troublesome.
Maharshi, perhaps may I ask a question?
Yes.
I don't actually understand exactly the Pita complexion, because it seems like jaundiced people also have Pita, but because that's because of a disease. So what exactly is a Pita skin color?
Pita, maybe you have seen like Japanese people. You have seen?
Yes.
They're yellowish, right? Little.
Some of them, yes.
So Pita, that's what Pita, or Pita is called golden.
In India, are there people like that nowadays?
No,
Like in certain part of India?
no, not whole lot of people. In India we have many colors. We have also white. We also have Krishna, Pita, Rakta sometimes. In India we have all types of colors. But mostly they say brown. So let's see now the commentary on this. There's a long comment on this. We will not complete it today, but some part we can read. So tav putrastu ayam kopi mahapurusha eva iti Shri Nandam bodhena hai asaniti. So Gargacharya now is, because he is seeing Krishna, he knows that who is he. By his birth chart he can understand. So he says that your son is some Mahapurusha. He is a great person. He is not ordinary person. He did not say he is Bhagavan, but he is Mahapurusha. And he wants to give this, he wants to convey this to Nanda Maharaj. So he doesn't want to tell him that he is God, but he also does not want that he thinks his son is just ordinary person. So he says that taputrasya tvayam kopi mahapurusha eveti Sri Nandam bodhena asamiti. So pratiyugam tanu grihnato asya shukladayo strayo varna asam. So in each yuga he had accepted form. So he is not saying that in each yuga he appeared, he descended, he incarnated, nothing like that. He says that in each yuga he accepted, grihnata. Griha means to take. And those are shukladaya, trayovarna. Those three colors are shukla, rakta and pita. So grinata iti swatantriyoktya yoga prabhavo darshita. So what is the significance that he has accepted these three? Means he was not given this. When you are born, you did not choose that I want this color. Right? It's not like you go to a shop and you want to buy cloth and you choose the color that I want this color of cloth. So when you were born, you had no choice what is the skin color you will get. You got it by your karma. But he says that he did not get it. He took it as if he is choosing from a shop. So therefore he says that this shows, what is the significance of this? This shows that he is independent. When we take birth, we are born because of our past karma. Wherever you have to take birth by your karma, to which parents, which country, which family, you have no choice. What kind of hair color you will have, what kind of skin color, eye color, you have no choice on that. But in case of Krishna, he says that grinato anuyogam tanu. By taking means, this is to show that he is not taking birth by past karma, but by his will he is coming. So that is the significance. So this is yoga prabhavo darshita. This is the power of his yoga, his yogic power. Idanim dvaparante krishnatam gata. So now idanim means now, which was towards the end of Dwapar Yuga. So he has taken the blackish hue. Krishnatam means blackish. Satyadi avtaranam chaturunam shuklādinām upāsana siddhatvena tattat sarupya prapti eva iti bhāvonanda bodhetum ipsita. So he says that in Satyuga, in Treta Yuga, and other yugas, the 4 yugas. So those are the 4 colors, Shukla, Rakta, and then Shyama, which is described in Bhagavatam. So Shukladinam upasana siddhatvena tattat sarupya prapti eva. So those are described for the purpose of upasana. So he says that he also has those forms. So means that he is also worshipable like that. Because the question, if you read in the Bhagavatam, 11th canto, where this Yuga Avataras are asked. So there he says that Kasmin Kala sa Bhagavan Kim Varna Kidrisho Nirbhi Namna va Ken Vidhna Pujyate Tadihochata. The question of King Nimi was not that what are the Yuga Avataras, etc. But he says that in which color and form Bhagavan is worshipped in different times. Kasmin Kale means a particular time. So Kim Varna Kidrisho means what color and what form and what name. Namna va Kena and Vidhina, by which process is he worshipped. So then he spoke about Kritam Treta Dvaparam cha Kalaritya Sukeshva Nana Varna Bhidhakaro Nane Vidhina Ijjate. Then in Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga, Bhagavan Keshava is worshipped in different colors and by different names, Abhidha, Nana Varna Abhidha Akara. So these are the 4 things which were said, that different color, different name, different form and different process. And this is what he describes then, that in Satyuga Krite Shukla Chaturbahu Jatloval Kalambara Krishna Jinopavitakshan Vibhrad Dandakamandalu Manushya. So then he describes how in Krityuga he is of white color and he has 4 arms and he has matted hair and he wears Valkalambar, bark, because there was no industry to make cloth at that time. People were not living in houses also, they lived in forest. This is what modern science also says, right? That there were towns came in, settlements came later on. So it's also described in Bhagavatam that originally people just lived in the forest and they were not doing any farming. The only thing is that the description of Bhagavatam is not the description of modern people who say that our forefathers were. One very important word which is always I hear, hunter-gatherers. Hunter-gatherer, everywhere I hear this word. Our forefathers were hunter-gatherers. It's like a samas. So Bhagavatam does not say that they were hunter-gatherers. Rather he says that manushya tada shanta nirvaira suhida sama yajanti tapsa devam shamena cha damena cha. At that time people were very peaceful. They were absolutely free from any envy, enmity, which is most common now. And they were very friendly and equal. And they worshipped the Lord by tapasya. So, kritaya dhyayato Vishnu. Meditation, tapasya is meditation. Shamena cha, damena cha. So they had control of senses, control of mind. They did not eat much food. Whatever fruits, etc. they got, they ate. There was no cooking. Fire came later in Treta when they were doing yajna. Right? This is what historically also they say that later on they invented fire. So some things are there like that. So Hansa Suparno Vaikuntho Dharmo Yoga Swaramale Ishvara Purusho Vyakta Paramatmeti Giyate. So he was known as Hamsa, Suparna, Vaikuntha, Dharma, Yogeshwaramla, Ishvara. All these are names. So this is how he was in Satyuga. Then Treta Yuga, Tretayam Rakta Varnosau Chaturbahu Stri Mekhala Hiranyakesha Treyatma Shruk Shruvadyu Upalakshana. In Treta Yuga he had red color, 4 arms and 3 mekhala, this belt made of this munja grass. And he had Hiranyakesha. What do you call? No, like your hair. What are they called? Blonde hair. So God also has blonde hair. Don't think that only. Red color and blonde hair. No, but many people in Europe also they have red color and blonde hair. What is wrong in that? You are saying as if you have not seen people like that. Red does not mean red like this. Red means reddish. You have to understand these are living beings. And then he has Shruka Shruvadi Upalakshana. So he is the personification of Yajna, and he has this Shruka Shruva, these spoons which are used for doing. And tam tata manuja devai sarv dev mayam harim yajanti vidyatraya dharmishta brahmavadina. So he is worshipped by Trai Vidya, which is the Yajna. And Vishnu Yajna Prishni Garbha Sarvadeva Urukrama Vrishakapir Yajayantascha Urugaya Tiriyate. So these are the various names he has. And then comes Dwapara. Dwapare Bhagavan Chama. So you know which sutra is this? Bhagavan Shyama. So it is Bhagavan plus Shyama. So Tata Sasho. No, this is Narama. So What is that? Cha cha? No. Sechamtava will come, and that has to be dropped because that is dropped. But you have that cha 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 sharama. No, not that one. There's another sutra. It comes. What is this? Not Chacha Sarama. You have to get the right sutra. Jajhaya Sharamesu Yarama. This one. I was saying Chacha. It is Jajha. So Jajhaya Sharamesu Yarama. Okay? And then you can apply Shechantava and Tatosashova. Because Shra is also becoming Cha. So then it becomes Bhagavan Chyama. Cha is dropped. Pitvasana Jata Srivat Sadev. So tam tada purusham martya maharaja uplakshanam yajanti veda tantrabhyam param jigyashava. So then he is worshipped maharaja uplakshanam with the worship like a king or emperor, both by Veda and Tantra. Namaste Vasudevaya Namaste Sankarshanacha Pradyumna Anuruddha Tubhyam Bhagavate Namah Narayana Rishi Purushaya Mahatmane Vishveshwaraya Vishwaya Sarvabhutatmane Namah Iti Dwapara Urvishas Tunvanti Jagdishwaram Nana Tantra Vidhanene Kala. So now comes the fourth one. So the fourth one, he says Nana Tantra Vidhanene Kalavyapi Yathashrinu. That in Kali Yuga he will be worshipped by Nana Tantra. In Dwapar it was both Veda and Tantra, and now it is only Tantra. And this is the one which Krishna Varnam to Sakrishnam Sangopangastu Parshadam Yagya Sankirtanai Prayarejanti Sumedasa. So now this has to be matched with this, which is a problem. So we'll read that tomorrow. How he will try to match it. Because it's not easy. Yes.
Could you maybe please explain once again this white and red forms? I'm not sure if
White,
I've
just
ever
like
heard
you
of
say,
them.
people are white in West. White does not mean this white.
So what I mean is, I don't remember any form of Bhagavan which is white or.
Well, you don't remember because you never saw. So what do you mean? You don't remember.
Remember
You
description.
remember if you've seen somebody.
Yes, I mean something like like a painting or so. Like usually, I mean,
Because
I
it
know.
was worshipped in Satyuga, so whom will you see? And there are so many forms of God, you don't see all of them.
So they were not. So they were not meditating on Sankarshan or
They were
like this
meditating on
Narayan or Bhagavan. No, it was some bright form and okay. But
Yeah,
this form is
usually.
not much described in Shastra because we are not of Satya Yuga and the Shastra which we are having is for our age.
It is there, described here. What do you mean not described? He is saying. Name is mentioned, it's also found in other places. But there is nothing much more than that people meditated on him. See, the description is when he comes and he does some Lila avatar. These are Yuga avatars. People meditate. They did not do any some activity with people. Describe what? people just meditated and they're peaceful. He says nirvaira samashanta. They're doing tapasya and no problem.
So this seems to be the key, that this is some Yuga avatar who is just an object for meditation on his form, but not that he's doing any activities which people remember, and so it's just...
That's where there's no description. If some activity is there, then it is described. But these people did not make any temple deity, the worship was just in the mind. They themselves did not have a house to live. They just lived in forest open. They were equal, renounced. Nobody wanted anything from anybody. They didn't even have clothes. That's why it says Valkalambara. It's trying to cover like Adam. Some fig leaf.
Babaji, may I ask a question?
Yes.
Babaji, you mentioned this Vedic and Tantric worship, and then only Kali Yuga Tantric. But we find it in Kali Yuga, Shri Krishna is also worshipped, Shri Ramachandra from the son of Dashrath is also worshipped. So when the Shama is given, how do we know it is, my confusion is like, can any of them be identified with Shri Ram?
No, this Ramchandra is also called Durvasyam. Means he is also blackish. So there is no specifically mentioned that it is Krishna only. Okay.